Hello again, loves. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome to day 28 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. We have another two-page, so double-page layout by Stacy Donner Tawari. I apologize if I've messed up your name. It is a very lovely one. We've got some elongated hexes through the background. I'm actually going to use these shapes. The geometric shape that it is eluding my little brain at the moment. And then there's 5 photos. So we're going to be using 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This was in South Dakota. It was a scenic byway, and we took that. It actually, we made the whole day out of it, just driving this byway and pulling off at all the fun little areas and just checking all of nature's beauty out. So there was a waterfall that we stopped and looked at, and that was, you know, the hubs. He takes good pictures, apparently, if I'm not in it. So we have those. So we've got that. It is also Mixed Media Mayhem, and today we have this very lovely lift by Deidre Woods. So I'm going to do the mixed media on both backgrounds, and then we're going to move to the sketch. So she's got some packaging, and she's got some, looks like stenciling, and very cool because she made her background match her photo. How fun is that? And then lots of splattering, and my very favorite sketchy doodle lines on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and recreate that. With the packaging, we're going to use Mustard Seed Distress Spray Stain and Dina Wakley Gloss Spray in Ancient. And then for the stenciling, I'm going to use, I don't know, I think I'm going to use this stencil to go up and down, blotch around it, and then I'm going to use this number stencil just to kind of represent the X and the O's. And I'm going to do that in Distress Ink Fossilized Amber and then just Scorched Timber. So off shades of each of the sprays. So we're going to use those. And I've got my blending brushes. Rando bin. I just grabbed this one tag. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I inhaled very sharply and made myself cough. This was from a page kit that I had the other day that I didn't use everything up. So I'm going to see if I can use any of that. I've pulled in these 2 things, so they're both from 49th and Market. This was from one of MK's Some Assemblage Required boxes. And then this I picked up when I was in at the Birch Crop House last year. And for embellishments, this sticker book from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Lakeside, and then the Simple Page pieces. And I'm going to use this Craft the Clock Mood. I believe that's what it's called. The gray mood, but it was giving off some, you know, brown vibes for me, but we have all the stuff. So all it is basically just fabulous background pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna pull something that I could do, because this already has a mixed media undertone on it. So I want the lighter side, right? To do some of that mixed media. I don't know how well the yellow is going to pop out on this. So I think we're going to go with the lace. And then I need to pull the lace out of this one. Okay. So that we have our double page. I actually thought that was going to be easier than it was. 12 hours later, I'm still trying to pull pattern paper out. And then we are going to use some of these guys to cut our shapes. And I was thinking the wood for that, and then we will go with the plaid to mat the, let's do that to mat the photos, because I think I should have enough of that paper, right? At least I hope so. Maybe we should go with what's on the opposite side. Was anybody looking to the opposite side? Well, I do know I have 3 of these, but I have 5 photos that look to be 4x4. Nope, that should be enough. We should be able to use those too. Okay. And we'll try to use that one first. That was like too much. So there's no embellishments or anything that comes with those, which is fine. So let's pull these fun pieces to the side for now. And this is going to go over with that. Oh. All right, give me a minute I'm going to trim the branding strip off, cut all the photo mats, get them ready to go, and then we'll be back. All right, so we've got our piece of packaging. Because it ripped funny, I'm just going to cut it into a rectangle. I find that rectangles work the best for me. So I'm going to put that over there for a minute. Move some stuff out of the way because we're going to have some wet paper coming in. Oh, you guys, it's been a rough one. It's been literally 70 and 80 degrees for a week, and it snowed today. And there's another snowstorm coming. I'm like, welcome to the Midwest. If you've ever just thought you might, hey, I want to live in the Midwest, don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. And the southern Midwest is worse because, like I said, it was 80 and now it's snowing. So we're going to do the stencils first. Okay. And so for this one, because I'm going to have my sheets kind of meet up like this, so it looks like a continuous pattern flow, right? So this is going to be like this. All right, and I'm going to do that in the yellow, so fossilized amber. And I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this. I'm just going to give you kind of an overview. So I'm just inking up my brush. You guys, people make fun of me because I have to stay organized. It's my thing. So I'm going to take some washi. We're going to run it off like that. So I always tape it down because I don't like the shadowing. And now when you're doing mixed media, go bigger than you think. So if you think that area is big enough, double it. Just go bigger. Because by the time you get your stuff on there, you're going to see that you weren't big enough. Okay, we're just going to keep going. Now I know this, the lift did a little bit. They were going, she went straight down the page. Okay. Maybe a little bit darker down there. And then we're going to come in, and because we're doing this pattern on top of lace, you're actually not going to be able to see any of the imperfections that we are going to have because this stencil does not line up, right? So we're just going to make it work. That's not going to bother me, but when I move it and you can see the move, then I get weirded out. Okay. And see, I did somewhat match it up, but you can't tell where it is because of the design on the background. And then we're going to bring it a little bit onto this way side, like this. And we just come in, and then I think the other side, yep, the other side, so then the other side's going to go down. And because of where I'm inking, there's going to be heavier. Whoa, see, whoa, see, whoa, that's going to bother me. Okay, didn't actually do anything. So we've got that going for us. And then we just need to come over here. And we're going to fill in this guy. Okay. So now that's that one. So then I'm just going to go right on top. And I'm not going to use any kind of stick down on this because I'm just going to put a little bit everywhere. So this is Scorched Timber. Let's go ahead and ink that brush up. And we're just going to set it down. And where's the... So there's just like, she's got a couple lines going. So we're just going to come in and put a couple of the lines. And using different areas as I'm doing it. So ink that back up. And just kind of draw that across. Plus, to be honest, I don't know where the rest of my, where the die cut pieces are going to go. Right, so it's going to cover up some of this as well. That's what I'm saying. Like everything's going to get covered up at some point. I'm just going to go in and have those general areas. Is there more? It does look like she kind of does like a overlapping. And have ink everywhere. And we're just going right over top of everything. All right. Let's get a weird 3 right here. I don't want it very dark, but you know. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other one match this. I'm going to cut out my shapes and we'll be right back. Alright, so we've got this one, and then here's the one I did off a screen. So, very fun. Not something that I would do with V-Layer 2 stencils. That's what I love. Alright, so now we're going to do the splotch. And I'm going to do the yellow first because it is the lighter color and the antique will go over it. Now, this is distress ink, so it's going to react when I do this. So I am just going to pounce, right? I fold it and we're going to pounce all around. Usually I kind of run my finger along it to get rid of all the material, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to really muddy the waters here. So again, we just fold and we're going to pounce all the way up and down. And then I'm going to do splatters. So keep going until I'm happy with it. Okay. And again, like I said, some of this is just going to get covered up. We just have to accept that. And it's two different colors of each of the tones, which always makes for an interesting time. All right. And I just got this other piece. We're just going to go ahead and cut. You do not need a massive piece of packaging. When I do classes and stuff and I teach this, people are always amazed at what they can do with just a very small piece of packaging. So even that, I'm going to trim. I find the bigger the piece, the harder it is to maneuver. I've already shaken this all up off screen. It started to settle again. Normally I say don't shake like that, but all of my bottles are already clogged. So at this point, it is what it is. So we're going to take this. This has a bit of a shimmer to it. And then we're just going to go, we're going to pounce all around. Just muddying up that background. It's not really muddying it up though. And I'm going to go more inside as well. And just keep adding until, and you just keep layering it up until you like the look. Don't worry about what other people think. If you like your mixed media and you like what you're doing and it makes you happy, you guys, that wasn't supposed to pounce like that. That's all that matters. So I do got some big splotches, don't I? All right. And then I need to move my photos. And then I'm going to splatter, and I'm going to let this dry before I start working on it. So we're just going to come in and splatter everything very nicely in that design that we've got going on. And then we're going to come in with the yellow and splatter. But I always, when I'm doing more than, when I want a lot of different splatters, I do turn the page. I find that by doing that, whether it works or not, but in my head it does, because you're, you know, you flick it the same way, right? Like I'm not doing anything different, but it does tend to make the drops go in like a different pattern, I feel. All right, so I'm going to do that on the other one. I'm going to let both of these dry, and we'll be right back to work on the layout. All right, guys, my husband got the flu or the plague, or I don't know. But anyway, he has been resting in the living room for the last few days. So I've just been scrapbooking without recording because my voice will, I don't want to say annoy him, but we'll keep him up, and he's more comfortable on the couch than anywhere. So I just want him to be healthy and not give it to me, because I am leaving in 8 days for my girls' trip to Disney World. So I'm keeping my distance. But here is our sketch again. I did complete this off screen. I did do some journaling. I don't remember if I did that on screen or not. We've got our fun shapes, our tickets, and our film strips. I did take a little of these pieces. I put the rubber duckies on here. I like this little dude because it's the only photo with a person in it. The mixed media is in the background. You did see me do all of that. And then here's the other sheet. Again, just got our tickets and our film strip. I did bring in a little bit of that blue because there is blue in the sky. Another little ducky and some fun things. So all in all, I like the way this did, and I did adhere them together and then take an X-Acto knife and cut so it is like one big continuous layout. Let's see, can I get it all in there? There you go. Minus my glue gun, right? So really exciting. I do every once in a while do a little bit of journaling. It's not really my thing. I'm not super good with journaling. I just don't find it to be necessary. I know that that annoys some of you, and I do apologize. We're going to go ahead and do a sketchy line. This is just a Play Color 2. I think it's Tombow. Almost said Zig, but I think that's the same company. I'm not sure. So I'm going to do a sketchy line on the 3, because the middle is, you know, part of the layout. It like connects. And you guys know I don't do double pages, so this month has been all about doing double pages when I don't do them. But some of you have asked that you do like to see the double pages, so I do try to accommodate when I can fit it in. But if it's not my thing, I'm just, you know, not gonna do it. So, but I do appreciate you guys. So do all the fun YouTubey things, like and subscribe. Check out everybody else that is playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And I will see you later with another video. So I do hope you enjoyed this mixed media today and all the fun that I had creating this. So yeah, and I will see you guys later with another video.